Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. This is your host, Jason Donnelly, aka DJ Puzzle, reporting from our website, iPadloops.com. And today we're going to have a look at my dream machine. This is a nifty little relaxation project that I put together one late night in Las Vegas while attending NAB. My hotel was on a very loud street, and I couldn't sleep. So I thought I'd have a bit of fun by creating my own relaxation/white noise app. I'm using AUM as a host and Cauldron as a noise generator. I used Rosetta Collider to send MIDI notes to Cauldron and Rosetta Particles to send MIDI notes to Clevgron Synth. My dream machine is basically a 2-track noise and ambient melody generator. Although we are limited to certain notes in a specific key, we still get that sort of generative motion, that evolving randomness in terms of when the notes are being triggered, because we're using particles. And if you don't already have Bernboss Rosetta, I highly recommend getting it. In this video, we're using both Particles and Collider. Highly recommended. You'll find some links to these apps in the video description below. Now, Yonak's Cauldron is the source of noise. Got all the oscillators down, and I'm using just the noise oscillator. Let's dial a little bit more in to give it some volume. Please try not to fall asleep during this demonstration. I'm about to show you my settings in case you'd like to follow along with the video and create your own dream machine. Now, for the melody, I'm using Clevgron's Synth, and I'm driving it with Rosetta Particles. Let's run through the settings, shall we? So that you can create your own dream machine. We're using AUM as a host, and on the first track we have Clevgron's Synth, a really beautiful synthesizer, and it's an audio unit. I'm using the Cotton preset, which is just perfect without me having to mess with anything. Just have a listen. Let's pull that noise out of the mix. And so here we have Particles. Now Particles is driving Synth. And by that I mean I've got it set up to send MIDI to Synth, okay? And over here I chose Dorian D as the key. It just felt right at the moment. Now over here, we've got density, pitch, speed, and spread. And I've got it sending notes at a fairly slow tempo. And over here, we've got our velocity range, note range, and then our quantize and gate length. These are all subjective. You can set them to whatever you want, or use my suggestions and follow along to get what I have set up. Now let's have a look at Clevgron's Synth. This is the Cotton preset, and it's really soft and very ambient. Let's hop on over to the effects page and have a look at the built-in delay. Now here you can really dive in and experiment with different delay settings to fit your needs. Now let's bring in the noise and talk a little bit about how we created that noise generator using Yonak Cauldron. Now any old synth with a noise oscillator will do. I chose Cauldron. We're driving it with Collider, and we're sending lots of hadrons, which are basically MIDI notes, over to Cauldron. With a bit of an experimentation, I found the setting that I felt created the proper noise effect that I was looking for. I quickly just want to show you how to route the MIDI information in AUM in case you're new to this. So let's go to Cauldron and send Collider out to Cauldron. And we're going to send Rosetta Particles out to Synth. And now we're set up across the board. Now here is my noise patch. Okay, basically all I did was I grabbed a preset. Okay, and actually, ooh, that sounds lovely. I do like how that sounds. Okay, so now we'll go and change the settings. Okay, so click synth, and now you have oscillator 1, volume down. Here's oscillator 1, oscillator 2, volume down. Okay, there's oscillator 2, now you've got now oscillator 3, volume down. Okay, so now you have nothing. So when we turn up the noise, now we get a little bit, dial that in, get a little bit of noise going. Okay, and now you've got your noise oscillator. Okay, and you can choose from pink or white. It's up to you. And you can kind of shape the noise over here in the filter section. You get some really cool rainforest effects. You can, dial in. You can run it through a high pass or a low pass. And here you can choose pink and white. So there's a lot of different ways you can shape your noise to get the noise that you want to hear. Again, this is all subjective, really. Once you get the basics down, you can kind of experiment and find what you want to hear in terms of noise. And again, now you might want something a little more dense, a little more resonance, like a big dense rainforest effect. Okay. Now under the VCA section, we can crank up the delay, sustain, and release. And over here, we can mess around with the maximizer. Okay, if we're in poly mode, which you probably want to set that to poly mode, we can dial in 5 voices here on maximizer and mess with the drift and spread. And I believe that gives it kind of a wider, more rich, kind of thick sound. Under effects, we've got delay and reverb, of course. Those are always nice when adding more ambiance and sustain to your noise. I'm going to turn those off. We get an idea what that's like dry. And so just for fun, we'll dial in a little bit of those 2 oscillators there and see what they sound like. You might get a little drone or something in addition to the noise that you might want to feed in. Again, experiment with it. This is all about you and your preferences. The settings I have, this is all stuff. Now here, for example, I wanted to add a high pass filter. This gives me more control over the tone of that noise. If I want to dial in a thicker or wider, bigger sound, EOS by Audio Damage, great reverb. So, this is all matter of preference, really. So it's up to you, really. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this video relaxed you. I hope you were able to stay awake through the whole video. Really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, my ad-free channel doesn't make any money unless someone buys an app through my affiliate link below. And I try to link to all of them in the descriptions. So if you want to support my channel and you enjoy watching my videos, please buy from my affiliates links and I'll get a little kickback. And again, if you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.